miniature horses, but we understand that these are more than just cute, right, Pam?
They certainly are. They were actually bred to be workhorses. They carried loads into the mines, so they needed a mini horse to go through the mines. But these little horses, don't tell them they're little because they got big hearts and big attitudes. You know, these guys are such showmen. You can't see it here on Colorado Avenue, but they do an intricate drill routine, and you can see them as they strut by. They performed at the Calgary Stampede this past July, and they have been invited to participate in the World Equestrian Games in Lexington, Kentucky later. But just take a look at their attitude, and you can tell the difference between these and ponies in that their conformation is just a horse, only miniature.
Well, and Pam, are they easier to care for because of their size, or not particularly?
Absolutely, they are easier to care for, and a lot of these you see as pets in homes, because somebody that really loves a horse, if they've got a small space, less than an acre, they can still have the joy of a horse and the personality of a horse and have them, treat them like a dog.
Okay, how much of a pet can they be around the house? Because they're small enough to let them in the house every now and then, probably.
Well, they don't get housebroken like dogs do,
okay.
And they don't sit or stay either.
All right, you've answered my question.
And I don't think they'll go out. The DTV is proud to have you girls as our cowgirl ambassadors. Thank you. Go get on your horses. We want to see some trick riding. We're going to go out to the arena to the Arizona Mini Mystiques. We had a chance to meet some of the folks from the Arizona Mini Mystiques. Actually, I got a chance to talk to the guys on the phone a couple of years ago when I was doing research. These actually are miniature horses. They were bred as pets for European nobility, but the miniature became a workhorse in the mining industry. Obviously, you can see how well they pull a cart. They're very versatile as not only a carriage horse, but a family companion. One of the neat things about this group is that they go all over the United States kind of showing what these versatile little mini horses can do. They were at the Calgary Stampede in July of 2009, and coming this spring they're going to travel to Lexington, Kentucky to the World Equestrian Games. And the first time that this little miniature group has been invited to go to the World Equestrian Games in Lexington, Kentucky. The horses are individually owned and trained by the team members. They love to showcase the beauty and versatility of this wonderful breed. And if you're wondering why we had an intermission this year, normally we don't have one if you've watched Equestfest. Our last couple coverages here on RFD TV, it's because these little guys cannot pull these wagons after the arena has been kind of rutted up by the bigger horses. They have to have it packed firmly so that these little horses can pull those wagons through the dirt. They've got specific maneuvers. They're very well trained, and as I said, they're wonderful pets and versatile little workhorses. As you see the spunk and the strength of these little guys and gals, I'm talking about the horses here, you can see why they had such a great use as little mining horses, because they could fit down into the mining tunnels and they can carry much more than their own weight. Now watch this wagon wheel maneuver. The outside horses have to go about 3 times as fast as the inside pivot or wheel horse, they call them. The wheel horse is basically just moving in a side passing position, while the outside horses are really struggling to keep up. A perfect line, a perfect wagon wheel.
horses are individually owned and trained by the team members who love to showcase the beauty and versatility of this wonderful breed. Those cute little buggers, aren't they? That'll teach you never to wash your horses. They're not sanforized. Let's say goodbye to the Arizona Mini Mystique as they ride out of the arena. Those are the only horses that come in suit
If you want to
sizes.
have a horse and you don't have a lot of land, I think these Mini Mystiques are just the horse for you. They're really miniature horses, not ponies, but they actually call them miniature horses. Next up is the group that